morning, it's Freezer Friday. It is gonna be kind of a mess around here. I'm not gonna lie to y'all because I'm a little behind on getting everything started, but I will tell you our menu plans are the best and Freezer Friday helps me get ready for summer. So we're gonna do a bunch of cooking. Use the code MOTHERSDAY at checkout through Sunday to save 25% off our menu planning boxes. They have been selling like hotcakes. If you have been on the fence, today is the day that we will not offer another deal like this for quite a while. So stock up. Y'all, who's ready to do some Freezer Friday and cooking with me? We are gonna make slow cooker steak chili, sausage and white bean soup, breakfast burritos. I love the breakfast burritos for summertime. We're also gonna make a sausage and cheese quiche, slow cooker orange chicken, and the best chocolate chip cookies. Y'all, I am a little behind this morning, so I'm actually gonna show you some of the things that I do ahead of time to prep. This is one important thing. Before you start, grab your can opener. Open all your cans. By doing that, I do all of my cans at the same time. So go ahead if you're watching. I've got a bunch of cans to open today. So y'all join me as we get these done. You want to make sure that you have a trash can handy and that your trash can is empty. You also want to make sure that your dishwasher is empty. You never, ever, ever, never want to start a Freezer Friday when your dishwasher is not empty. So make sure to empty that out if you haven't already. These are great meals to use for your own family in the summertime. It's probably a little more food than our family honestly needs these days. So whatever meals we don't need, I actually have been sending them to my sister-in-law. Helps with a foster care, some folks in foster care in our town. And she takes, like yesterday, she cleaned out my freezer so I would have some more room of anything that we hadn't eaten. And so she's able to give those. So if you know somebody who might be struggling financially, if you know someone who's going through a hard healthcare thing, if someone's just, is going through something difficult in life, these freezer meals make their lives so much easier. And I just always keep some in my freezer so I can always give them to somebody. And that, y'all knew that was gonna happen, didn't you? Dakota's Great Northern Beans. I really wish she had a better pull tab. Go ahead and get all your tabs done. And I need to look and see those. Do they need to be drained? I think we ended up with more. Oh, that's the sausage and white bean soup. I will have to drain those, so I'll go over and drain those as we're going. Y'all remind me to drain these before I dump them in. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead, you're gonna open all your things. If you're watching with me, I hope somebody is out there. Is by any chance anybody doing Freezer Friday? Let me know if you are. This is gonna be bad, y'all. I'm gonna cut my finger open. We're gonna come back and deal with that in a few minutes. The other thing you wanna do is go through and open all your spices and all your jars. So I go through before I start live video usually, and I just open everything so that when I'm making stuff, I'm not sitting here like opening everything, do it all at once. Your brain will stay a little more focused. If you're like me, it definitely helps. Also, if you would hit the share this button, we will enter you to win a $25 Amazon gift card. I am so glad you're here this morning. I appreciate y'all a ton, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the freezer meals. Let me know what has been your favorite meal. They absolutely love the baked oatmeal is the best. I'm so glad you found us live. Good morning, Ada. Hey, Lisa. Thank you for saying good morning to Summit. I appreciate that. Okay. We're gonna do one fast, y'all. Are you ready? Summit's just gonna sit here and watch. This is our slow cooker orange chicken. So simple. All you're gonna do is you're gonna take a cup of orange marmalade, a cup of barbecue sauce, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I am gonna actually just use, hang on. You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I am such an efficiency Nazi. I'm gonna throw all of my dirty dishes since they're on this side of the thing right there, and that way I can carry them all over in one big lump at the end. Then we're gonna add in a cup of barbecue sauce. Like I said, cup of marmalade, cup of barbecue sauce. I'm trying to use up the rest of this bottle so that I don't waste anything. And then we're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm just gonna guess. We're gonna add in an 1/8 teaspoon of red pepper. I'm just gonna do a really small guess. That's it. That recipe is done. We'll put all of our size seasonings right there. The more you can go and kind of keep things in order, it really does help to make things go faster. Y'all know I am all for speed around here because I do not have time to sit all day cooking. So I like things that go fast and easy, and this is definitely one of those. When you pack it, you wanna go ahead and pack it pretty flat if you can. I'm gonna lose y'all on my little phone stand. Don't let me lose them, please. Oh, okay, you're still there. Phew, I was worried. Y'all, I have one favorite phone stand that I use for video. It is by far my favorite, and it is on its last legs. And I've yet to find another one that is quite as good, but well, I'm sure I will one day. So the next thing you want to do is take your orange chicken and you're going to double bag it. Now, some of y'all don't feel safe not bagging things. My biggest fear is having my freezer thaw out for some reason, or the bags break and having a mess of food. So I'll reuse the outside bag. Then you're going to take your baby card. Remember, you can order extra baby cards if you use these with meals regularly. You're going to pop that inside, and that way whoever is going to make the meal will know exactly what to do. We just did one meal, super fast. We're going to scoot right over here. We're going to do the sausage and cheese quiche next. And I'm going to have to go grab some stuff. So let's see. We've got, let me make sure I've got this right. I have a half a cup of heavy cream in here. I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of milk. Stick my dirty dishes in here so I can deal with them all at once. I need 5 eggs. I was telling somebody, because of the work that I do and the amount of time that everything takes me, I try to be as efficient as I can in all I do, so my hours are just spent well. Sometimes, though, that just makes me a little crazy on here. So if you're watching, you're like, this girl is crazy. That might be true. But I do try to think of ways to like make my work. So like, I think if I could have had a degree in logistics, I would have loved it, because I'm constantly thinking through, what if we move this way? Could we go a little faster? It's just the way my brain thinks. I think as a mom, don't you think we're all as moms kind of programmed to just being like intuitive on ways to make things go more efficiently? My husband is not like that. I love him. He's amazing. He's a good guy. But he will be like, I need to go to the grocery store. So he goes. And then he'll come and he's like, oh, I need to go to the post office. And he'll come home. And he goes back. He never thinks to himself, and then he has to go somewhere else. He'll never think, okay, I have to go to the post office, the grocery store, and to visit someone all at once. He just doesn't think that way. But I'm always like, okay, we have 3 hours today, and we have to get all these things done. And I wish I could be a little more chill, but it's not my nature. It's not my DNA. I think because I'm a mom. Okay, so we got 5 eggs, half a cup of heavy cream, 1/4 cup of milk. We're going to do a cup of shredded cheddar cheese. I want to make sure this is right. Yep. And then we're going to add in a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic salt. I'm just going to do just a tiny bit. And there we go. We're going to mix this in. And the last thing we're going to mix in is some breakfast sausage. So I'm going to run over and grab the breakfast sausage, which we're also going to use in the breakfast burritos. So we'll have some good sausage going there. And I'm going to show you how to make this one, because it is a little bit different than some of our other ones. So I'm actually going to reuse that. I'm going to do about just enough. This one you have to, this is a little finicky. This is probably the most finicky of our recipes this morning. You have to freeze this flat so it stays really solid down. So you want to freeze it flat on your tray. Let me make sure I read how to do this so I don't tell you wrong. Here's the card, y'all. Pour mixture into the pie crust, cover with plastic wrap and aluminum foil, place on a baking sheet, and carefully place in freezer so that the quiche is level, because you don't want the quiche to make a mess. Then you're going to freeze it, and then it will have time to, and then it'll be solid. This is truly one of my absolute honest favorite recipes. I'm half tempted to do it for dinner tonight because I really do love it. My family is not a huge quiche. My husband does not like sausage, honestly, or he's not, like, I'm obsessed with breakfast food. He would not pick it every day of the week. So I don't know if we'll do that or not, but I'm tempted to. Throw everything in there. Okay, y'all, meal number 2 done. I am gonna go ahead and do this. You wanna just have a nice big tray. There we go. You're gonna do this. And then what I'm going to do to make sure that by putting the plastic on first, you're going to keep it from freezer burning. And then we're going to put this on. And I'm just going to have to remember to be really careful when I take it out to the freezer. This is always my struggle. So I'm going to do this. And again, you got to be kind of careful with this one, because you don't want to end up with a big, fat, messy quiche. You always make 2 of the quiche in your family. Love this one. Vanya, can I come eat it with you? Because I would eat this cheese quiche every day of the week. I think it is so good. It does it without the crust for your husband. It was so good. Oh, that sounds yummy. Okay, I'm going to move this one out of the way. Oh, be really careful with that. The next one we are going to do is the steak chili. I'm going to run wash my hands, and then I'll be right back, because I was touching all those eggs. And I don't love that part. Okay, the sausage white bean chili, or I'm sorry, the next one we're gonna do is this slow cooker steak chili. I'm gonna slow down, take a breath here. Phew-wee! Y'all, let me read a few comments super fast. Good morning, Joe, John, and Lisa. Kipke, you are having this slow cooker orange chicken for the first time tonight. Oh, I'm so excited. Serve it with some rice and some broccoli. You will love that. Let me see who else is in here. Your husband, let's see, what was that? Hey, MC, so glad to see you this morning. I'm tickled you're here. You don't need to be chill. You're phenomenally organized and it's inspiring. I'm not super organized, but I do try to have a plan around here. But I've also done it a lot. It helps because I do this all the time. So for me, it's like, it's just what I do. It makes life easier when you're used to it. The more you do things, do scary things. This is not that hard and you're going to enjoy it. Okay, so we were making a slow cooker steak chili. We've got 1.5 pounds of beef. We're going to add in 1/2 a large onion. Y'all, this is a genius tip. Chop your onion. Get a whole bunch of onion. Chop up like 8 onions. Freeze them in half-size bags, and then you will always have onions, and it will make your life so much happier, so much better. It's just easy. Okay, do that. Next thing we're going to add in, it says place all ingredients in a gallon Ziploc bag. I can't mess this one up. Okay, so we've got our pinto beans. I'm going to confess, well, I don't know if I should tell y'all this because that might horrify you. Our grocery store did not bring us pinto beans. So my friend Lily and I were talking last night. We decided garbanzo beans would work. We've got a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes, so we use 2 14-ounce cans. We've got a cup of beef broth. This is going to be one that's going to fill your bag pretty full. So you definitely, when you have this one, you definitely want to go ahead and double bag it because you do not want to end up with this mess in your stuff. Okay, there's that cup of beef broth. Now we're going to do a tablespoon of chili powder. And I'll put those back. 1.5 teaspoons of garlic salt, which I just saw a second ago. I'm just going to kind of guesstimate here because I'm all for guesstimating. 1/4 teaspoon of oregano, which I'm not sure where that one went, but it's going to be fine. 2 teaspoons of, is that right? I think I read that wrong. 2 teaspoons of cumin. I don't know where I got it. Oh, there is oregano in there. I was like, where did I get that with? Okay, 2 teaspoons of cumin. I am not super picky about my spices, y'all. If you feel like you have to get exactly the right amount, it hasn't been an issue for us. And then we need the red pepper flakes from here. The one nice thing about our freezer meals is that they use all the same things. So you'll notice today we're doing a lot of sausage recipes, so you cook up all of your sausage at the same time. Then that's it. We're gonna label this sucker. Get it in the bag. Let's see. Chop up onions and spread them on a cookie sheet, then flash freeze them before bagging them. You can fill a bag. Good idea. We just freeze them. We don't even flash freeze them. I'm going to talk about flash freezing cookie dough. Have y'all flash frozen cookie dough before? We will do that with our last recipe. I don't know why I ever flash freeze cookie dough because my cookies have never been known to make it past about 48 hours in our house. However, people seem to like my family. It's a good tip. If you ever want to cook a bunch of cookies ahead of time, you can bake up a bunch, flash freeze them, and just have them. Like, don't ever buy Toll House because you can make Toll House. You can make better than Toll House at home. Not that I have anything against Toll House. There we go. Number 3, y'all. We're doing great. Okay, you guys. What's up next? I'm going to stick these. I'm going to push my dishes over here. Oh, let's see if we can push those across the counter. And, phew, sausage and white bean soup. Here we go. So this is the sausage and white bean soup with the one that I wasn't able to open. So let's start with this first. And then we really, gosh, y'all, I was afraid I was not organized. I'm not organized today, but we're actually doing pretty well considering I had all that extra work at the beginning to do. This must be a pretty easy week. A few of these I feel like are more wintry recipes. Y'all, when we planned out the menu planning boxes, I don't know how many of y'all know about our menu planning boxes. Give me a heart if you've tried one. Give me a like if you have never heard of our menu planning boxes or if you've heard of them but have never purchased one. So let me tell you the story as I'm sitting here trying to open this thing. Y'all say a prayer that I open this without breaking it. Okay, so I just made a big mess. when we started our menu planning boxes, we thought we would do one box that was our crock pot box. And it's the gold one for any of you guys who have the Crocktober box. We never saw doing this many. Well, I think freezer was number 2. Y'all, there is no way I'm gonna get this sucker open. Like, no way. Okay, we're gonna walk over here. Y'all are gonna come to me. Come meet me at the sink. So anyways, we never saw ourselves doing more than one. We certainly never saw that this would be where we'd be at. So I was thinking about it when we do the recipes now, because there's 12 months and there's 12 weeks of freezer meals. What we do to make life easier is we just do weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 throughout each month. So in January we do week 1, in February we do week 2, in March we do week 3. So it makes sense. Well, because we never really knew that this is where they were going to go, we didn't think about the fact that summertime, you probably don't want to be making slow cooker steak chili. So next summer, I may reevaluate that, because I don't love that we're making slow cooker steak chili. However, it will totally work till the fall. Oh, y'all, I don't want to die on this thing. Lord, please don't let me die opening this. Y'all, if I cut off y'all don't need to see anything else here either. Guys, how am I going to do this? I know somebody has a tip. Do you know if there are any gluten-free recipes in there? Oh my goodness, I have a big secret to tell you. Oh, there it goes, it popped up. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, we actually, listen to this, there are lots of gluten-free recipes in our menu plans. We are working on a gluten-free menu plan, PDF only, to come out later this year. So it will be an only PDF of all gluten-free recipes. It will be ones that we have used already, so it's not going to be all new recipes, but they will be all pulled together for you in one easy thing. Look at that, we did it. I'm so excited. Okay, come meet me back over here where we're putting dumping food in. Y'all, I have to tell you a story at the end of what I did yesterday. If you have not tried any of our menu plan boxes, I should have said that. If you haven't tried them, they really are really, really good, and they're easy, and you're gonna love them. Yeah, there you go. And they're on sale with the code Mother's Day at checkout, save 25%. If you have one, would you tell folks which one you think is the best one to get? Okay, I've already put together, I've got my sausage done. You're gonna add your sausage, because remember, we're doing all the sausage at one time today. I'm not doing a great job. This is like the worst video skills. I don't know why y'all watch this mess. Honestly, there are way better cooks on the internet. Like, such better cooks on the internet. I appreciate you guys. So let me tell you about my funny story yesterday. Let me put this together and then I'll tell you. Okay, I've got my breakfast sausage, my garlic cloves. Praise the Lord for squeezed minced garlic. It is the best thing since ever. Then we're gonna add in a 12-ounce package of how do y'all say this? Mir Pia, that stuff. If you can't find it, if you live in the north or maybe out west, this is definitely a southern type of thing. If you can't find it, just do like a celery onion mix, like a stew mix, or maybe a gumbo mix might work in your frozen section. All it is onions, celery, and green peppers. Okay, then we're gonna add in next 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. And then we'll add in 3/4 teaspoon of rosemary. Let's just do this. I love rosemary. It makes me happy just to like use it because it just smells so good. If you've never made rosemary bread, like the macaroni grill rosemary bread, oh, so good. I haven't made that one. We posted that on the blog years ago and I have not made it. Then we're gonna do a teaspoon of oregano. I think this is the oregano I was missing for the beef chili, but it's gonna be fine. Then we'll do a teaspoon of basil and then a 13-ounce carton of chicken broth. Now you can do one of two things. If you don't wanna deal with your chicken broth, I should not have opened my chicken broth. Oh, and I gotta do my beans. And the beans, which is what makes the white bean soup. Y'all, that's a mess. Okay. I have made, can y'all see the mess that is my kitchen right now? Let's do a quick tidying up real fast. If you want to, you could add your broth in there. However, if you do that, it's kind of messy. So a great option is to just save your broth till later. I'm gonna clean up this disaster right here. And that way you just add your broth in at the end when you go to cook it, and that way you don't have to lose all that space, because that would be an awfully big bag you'd need for all that. It makes a lot of soup. It is rainy out here. I am so tempted to make this for dinner tonight. I may actually, how do I make this one? It goes in the crock pot. I can make this with some grilled cheese. What do y'all think? I actually think I am gonna do that. I think I'm gonna make this with grilled cheese tonight for dinner, because it's not cold out, but it is rainy, and it just would be a good day to have a nice hearty thing, and I can make some homemade bread. I think that's gonna be the plan for dinner. So I'm not even gonna double bag that one. If you were gonna double bag it, you would take one of our baby cards right here and pop it in. Okay, you guys, we have 2 new things. Y'all want me to do cookies first or breakfast burritos? Tell me which one, and I will watch the comments and see which one to do. And while y'all tell me, I will tell you the story. So yesterday, I wanted to make Cherie's apple dump cake because it looked so good. So on the recipe, it said, it's a dump cake. Y'all, I cook. I know. I totally know how to cook. I'm not a good cook, but I'm an adequate cook. And I understand recipes pretty well. So I pull out the recipe card, and it says a cake mix. I was in such a hurry. I wanted to make it for my daughter before she left she's gone on a trip. And so I went to go make it. Sure enough, I started to bake the cake because I mixed together the cake, like the cake mix. Because I was like, oh, it's a cake mix. I've got to make the cake first. So I mixed up the batter from a yellow Duncan Hines cake mix, which Duncan Hines cake mixes do make the very best cake, in case you're curious. They make the best ones. So I go ahead and I mix it all up. And then I look, and it's a dump cake, y'all. What does that mean? What does everybody know? What does a dump cake mean? A dump cake means you dump the stuff on top. So I had a batter, and I kept thinking, I was like, it's $2. Do I just throw it away and not worry about it? And then I thought about my sister-in-law and the foster kids that she helps. And I was like, you know what? I can bake. I went ahead and baked it. I gave her some frosting, and I told her just have them stick it in the freezer, and whenever somebody needs a party, they've got a cake already made. So I was so glad I got to do that. But anyways, dump it. I know. So burritos. Do y'all agree on Duncan Hines being the best cakes ever? Okay, it looks like y'all want to see. I'm only seeing burritos. Burritos. Okay, y'all. I knew you'd make me do the hard one. Could I not just do the easy one first? Let's wash our hands and come on over. I'm going to have to read the directions on this, so y'all bear with me because I will need to read the directions as I go. I've made them a ton of times, but y'all know I don't remember anything. So I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, y'all will never know when I get dementia because I've never been somebody who keeps organized on everything. So anyways, the cake idea. I mean, come on. I can't believe I did that, but I was super excited because it was so easy. I mean, to mix up a cake takes no time at all. And I already have the batter done. And so that way they'll have a cake. I thought maybe a kid will have a birthday or something and they can give them and I even had frosting in my pantry, so I just took them over the frosting and everything. So yeah, I could have probably added, then I took along with that. We did not eat all this. I took over half of it to my sister-in-law last night, and there's the second half. It's really good, y'all. Really good. Make the cake. It's the caramel apple dump cake from the 5-ingredient box. Okay. Let's read the directions, girls, because I'm going to mess this up for real. 12 eggs beaten in a large grease. Oh. Okay. I need to scramble the eggs until a little cooked. So we're going to need to beat some eggs. So let's get a dozen. I need a big bowl is what I need. I'm going to use this to put eggs in it. So that I don't have to dirty another dish. I already mixed the eggs in this, so I feel pretty confident that this is fine. Let me get my whisk. And my dozen eggs. And here we go. I want to make it so you can see it, but I don't want to make a big mess on my oven. And I need my trash can. Hang on. What's funny is I do have, my friend Lily comes over and helps me kind of prep for this. So we really do go through, like, believe it or not, prep work the day ahead because it's hard to do video like this and talk and cook food at the same time. So we try to do as much as we can early. But even with that, it just takes time. Careful with the pan sticking out. You're scaring me. Nothing's cooking. I'll be really careful. I'll be really, really careful as I talk. Y'all are so sweet to hang out with me on live. You make them all the time. You can't go wrong with dump cake. Unless you have the cake mix made with the oil and the eggs and everything. I could not believe I did that, y'all. I could not believe I did that. It was just one of those things. Anyways, it's fine. But it's something else. Tell me what y'all are making for dinner tonight. What do you think? I think I am going to do the, what is it called? The sausage and white bean soup. Because that way it'll get done and I won't put something in the freezer. Like, I don't think we'll do a lot of soups this summer, so it'd be better to do it today than to wait a little bit longer and see. Okay, y'all, we're almost through this. Part of the problem is videoing in a normal house kitchen. Like, this is obviously not a stage room. And it is a great kitchen layout for video, but it is not, it's not like a stage setup for cooking. Oh, Samantha's having flatbread. Y'all are gonna make me wish. Okay, I don't want the sausage and white bean soup. I want the flatbread pizza or the pepper jelly chicken. I love the pepper jelly chicken. Pretzel pizza, Lindsay. Okay, that sounds amazing. That sounds fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna move this over here. I can't. According to what I see y'all watch on video, people keep watching video a lot more when you can see inside what I'm cooking than when you can see me. So I will make sure y'all can see this instead of me, and hopefully it'll encourage you to go make some breakfast burritos. These are so perfect for summertime. They're just really, really easy. And one thing I forgot is whether or not I have carb balance. I use the carb balance tortillas, and then I use this a lot. Like, I will eat some of these for breakfast after we finish this. Okay, so in a large great skillet, I'm gonna scramble up these eggs, and then I'm gonna add the salsa and the sausage. Then I'm gonna, while that's going on, I'm gonna warm up the, what am I gonna do, y'all? I'm gonna warm up the tortillas in the microwave so they're a little bit soft, and then they'll be malleable so that I can easily make my burritos. Okay, let's do this. Get another skillet. You know what? I need this guy. I actually used for these, I did turkey sausage instead of regular breakfast sausage. You can use whichever you like. I just like to keep it a little healthier because this is one that I'll eat for sure. I'm gonna try to make this not be a mess, but y'all know it's gonna be a mess. And this way I'm not dirtying another dish, and I probably get a little seasoning from the turkey. Let me go ahead and wipe this down really fast. And get a new scraper. This is not going to be the best ever, but honestly, I hate to tell y'all this. This is probably the one thing I eat the most. My family, like I said, James does not like sausage. Reagan, I wish she would eat these for breakfast, but she is not somebody who eats eggy stuff. My family is just like, I'm obsessed with breakfast, and I would eat nothing but eggs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But I will be the one who eats these the most, so I kind of prep them just for myself. Which, if you're, if you are someone who's single, these are great to prep so that you're doing this instead of going to Starbucks and eating stuff that's not as awesome for you. Okay, okay, we got our eggs started. Go ahead and start these guys. And I still could be mixing these a little better, y'all. These are gonna be some unscrambled eggs. Should have gotten that one a little better. Okay, so when you're making these, you're gonna scramble your eggs. While you're scrambling your eggs, you're gonna take, let's see how much this needs. It needs 3/4 cups of salsa. So I'm gonna see if I have one open already, so I don't open another one. I do. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then I'm gonna take my tortillas. You do want to have parchment paper. So you want parchment paper like these guys to pack them in. And then I use the carb balance tortilla. So I'm going to pop these in the microwave while these guys are scrambling up. Y'all, I will answer any questions here in a second while I'm letting the eggs scramble, because it's going to take me a second. I have to let these guys go. We are at about 40 minutes, it looks like. So not too terrible, considering how unprepped I was today. The biggest thing that I did this morning was just the sausage ahead of time and then just making sure you have all the groceries. If you've never done a Freezer Friday cooking session before or a freezer cooking session, truly the best thing you can do is just make sure you really do have all your ingredients ahead of time. Open all your cans. If you can find a friend to do it with you, it's so fun. Shree and I have done it together once and it really is a blast to do it with somebody else. This is so simple, you guys. These would be great for kids at home during the summertime. Like I said, if I could get my family to eat them, my family is picky. And I think, honestly, they've seen so many of these recipes so many times, they're like, please, don't make us do that one again. Get this one. Turn it up just a little bit, and then I'll answer any quick questions y'all have. Phew. Are we still here? Oh, good, y'all are still here. Yesterday, was from the start, was not going as you planned. You decided to bake 3 cakes and take one to your... Joyce, I want to see your comments. You baked 3 cakes. You were able to save them. Oh no, did you have something happen with your cakes? Bless your heart. If you made 3 cakes in a day, you're a rock star. That's amazing. So excited to get your boxes. Tiffany, which boxes did you get? Did you order some of the boxes, Tiffany? Tell me what you got. Somebody said there's 1 piece of sausage. Thank you. I got that piece of sausage. Do you feel better now, Tiffany? I know. It's a mess. I do clean. The best part at the end of this is I always start with an empty dishwasher. So literally as soon as I'm done, I can clean up from this in about 15 minutes. I've put everything into my dishwasher really fast and it's super simple. You do this together with your sister on FaceTime. I love that so much, Heather. What a fun idea. That's just fun. I love that. You got 6, Tiffany. You got 6 boxes? Okay, I'm gonna guess, Tiffany, which ones you got. I'm gonna guess you got the summer, the low-cal, the 5 ingredient, the slow cooker, maybe the celebration, and I already said that one, and the freezer. That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing those were your 5. I would say our most popular seller, hands down, is the, well, this year it's been 5 ingredients. Overall time, slow cooker volume 1 is the winner, one that everybody seems to love. The least popular, I think, has been either probably sides or celebration. So we have to be really careful when we choose what to do because it's funny. Sometimes you guys all say, oh, Laurie, we want sides, but not as many people. Like, not everybody needs side dishes. I don't make a lot of party sides, even though I did make the loaded mashed potatoes last night, and they were so good. Do you like your stovetop brands? The grates are not especially easy to clean. I honestly do not love my stovetop brands, so I would not probably recommend it. It's not bad, but apparently it was here with the house when we purchased, so I didn't know anything about it, and it's fine, but it's not my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a board here. Let's see. That's something I can bake this on so you can see them. Y'all don't worry, everything is turned off here. I just want to be able to make these so you can see them. So you take your, we're going to add in the sausage. I probably could overcook this just a little bit, and that's actually a little bit extra sausage, so that's a lot of sausage. But it's turkey sausage, so I guess that's a lot of protein. And then you're going to do about 3/4 cups of salsa. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. And honestly, I think you're supposed to not mix this all together, but I'm mixing it all together. I think you're supposed to do them separately, but I'm the one who's going to eat these, and I don't really care. I'm just not. I don't have time to be picky in my life. I just need to eat. Celebration. Oh, really? Your celebration box is your favorite? I think it is. The celebration to me, honestly, that's like there's some things that I do for you guys because I know what will sell, and I worry about that. And there's some things that I'm like, you know what? I just love this idea so much that I want to do it. And so that celebration box is just kind of one of those things that I was like, wouldn't it just be happy? And I really do love it. I hope you're using it this weekend for Mother's Day brunch. That would be so fun. Yeah, super fun. Okay, I am going to, let's see, this here. And I need a bag. Okay. So you're gonna wrap these suckers up. You can also add cheese. I'm actually not gonna add cheese because I'm trying to do a little less dairy. Then you're just gonna wrap these guys in here like this. One is done. Okay, needs cheese. I know, I'm not doing the cheese, Amy, because I'm doing less dairy, but definitely add cheese if you want it. I just don't, I've heard some things about dairy being hard on your stomach, and yeah, I think dairy is great. I love cheese. I'm not saying that, so don't, I just am personally not doing a ton of cheese. You're teaching a cooking class this year and you're planning on using all of your recipes in class. I love that. That means so much to me. Okay, can I tell y'all a story? I went to one of the coolest things the other night. A lady who's a local caterer in the area does a book club, and she picks one book. And this month, I was invited to it. This month the book was, what was it? It was, I can't remember the name of the book. It was maybe Aloha. It was like all Hawaiian recipes. You guys, those recipes, I was like, I can cook, and they scared the tar out of me. Like, all the ingredients were weird. I couldn't figure it out. I made something, but it was not great. And I guess I'm just here to tell you, I am not a great cook. You probably, if you watched here, you know I'm not going to be the smartest cook on the planet, but we feed our family really good food really easily, because I think when we make them for people, like if you're looking for gourmet chef level cooking every night, please don't buy one of our boxes, because you'll be disappointed. But if you're just looking for menu plans that make your life feel simpler, y'all, you just can't beat these. Like, they really are made just for you. This is so good. You make them all the time. Your grown son loves them. Have you tried pizza sauce in those? Barbara, that is a fantastic idea. I have not tried that, but that sounds great. That sounds really, really good. I'm so glad you ordered 3 and got them yesterday. Use them to teach your teens a menu, plan, grocery shop, and cook. I love that so much. So that's so fun. A lot of times my own kids, as they're getting older, they're starting to use them. But I think, like I said, they've had so many of these meals for so long. I think sometimes they want somebody else to teach them to cook besides their mama. So I'm glad that you're using them to teach your kiddo to cook. Food on the table with happily family recipes. Yes, MC. It is so worth it. Don't forget, guys, any of our menu planning boxes, when you use the code MOTHERSDAY at checkout, you will save 25% on the boxes. We will not do that sale again because it's a pretty big discount. But we're trying to clear out the warehouse because home planners are starting to get here soon, which is exciting. I'm super excited about the home planners coming. I just saw the covers. I need to post them for you guys. We've got the covers of those coming in. We also, have y'all heard about our work planner? I can tell y'all about that. Slow cooker, 2 summer size freezer, and 5 ingredients. Tiffany, I love that. That makes me, you are going to love those. You're going to love those. You're going to be so happy with them. So have y'all heard about our work planner coming out May 20th, or our new academic student planner? I should tell y'all about those. Good morning, Kelly. So glad you saw that. MC, that means so much to me that it saved you. That means so much for me. The work planner. So let's talk this through, because I haven't even talked to y'all about this yet. I mean, I've sent you emails, so hopefully if you're on my email list, I've liked you enough. But if you're not on my email list, you maybe have missed it. That guy is too full. So coming May 21st, we will have a launch. Make sure you're on our email list, because you know we always offer the best discounts at launch. We will have our regular student academic planners. We'll have a blue one. We have a navy one for boys, and then one for girls that is floral. But I will tell you, a lot of the girls last year, by far, everybody wanted the blue. So we ordered a lot more blue ones than we did than we did last year. Those will come out, and they're amazing. The work planner is only in PDF form. Mine is actually, we found a company that will print them for you fairly inexpensively. If you buy the PDF files, we will only have PDF files available, or you can use them on your iPad. Basically, for like the last year, this is something I've wanted, because I hated that I own a planner company. I own a company that does planners. And I was using other planners for work. I use my home planner for home, but I have run a full-time big decent sized business. So like I can't do all of it in my home planner. So I really went through, like with my team, we really walked through like what things would we want in a work planner if we can make the best work planner out there. And I will tell you, there is nothing else like this one. There's nothing else like this one out there. It's very different. There's a lot of intention, lots of questions in the beginning, lots of goal setting. We are hoping that we will have it available in a physical form, hopefully in the next year. But this is for the academic year. It's a PDF file only. It's not that much money. You can use it on your iPad. You can print it digitally. You can print it. You could use the company we're using to print it. I'm going to stop with those so you don't have to sit here and watch me make them. But it is just, it's really good, you guys. Like, I cried when I read it the other day. That's how good it was. Here's the breakfast burritos. I'm going to pop those in there. So anyways, if that's something you would be interested in, I would say lots of people have asked me, as I've seen questions about it, if they would need the work planner and the home planner. So personally for me, I need both because I run a house, which is a job, and then I run my home, which is a job. So I will need both. You may be somebody, if you work if your job is like, if you're a nurse, I don't think if you're a nurse, you probably would need this. I don't think, but I've not been a nurse, so I don't know. But if you have a job where you have to set the structure of your day, where you have meetings and appointments and deadlines and timelines and things like that, if you're maybe a teacher also, this will be perfect for you to use for sure. So if you're interested in it, it's going to be super cheap to try out during the PDF files. Y'all know we kind of have a method to how we start new products here. We start with a PDF file first. We see if people love it. If it's something that you guys are super interested in, we'll go ahead and make a printed version. If y'all are like, you know what, this isn't, if it's not super popular and nobody likes it, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money making it if I'm not sure if people will like it. But I love it. You sew a lot for your family and craft for extra money. The work planner sounds great. Your dog is so pretty. I know. He is, bless his heart, he is sitting here. Yes, he's a mess. He's a mess. Okay. Let's do some cookies, and then we're done for today. You got both the slow cookers, 5-ingredient summer sides and freezer, Tiffany. I'm so glad. Home health person, yes, Tina. So yeah, I would think a home health person, especially if you're traveling, you could definitely use this. Okay, you guys, we're gonna take 2 cups. We're making the last thing is the chocolate chip cookies. Phew. 2 cups of flour. This one I know by heart. Teaspoon of baking soda, teaspoon of salt. You're gonna mix this all together. I really would rather mix in this, so I'm trying to figure out how to do this, but I guess I'm not gonna be able to. Then you're gonna take, I should have done this the other way. You're gonna use a cup of sugar, a half a cup of brown sugar. You will mix that with, y'all, Crisco is the best for these. You can do them with butter or margarine. They won't taste as good. I like the butter flavored Crisco better, but this is the one I have in my pantry. It will taste fine, but again, the butter flavor is definitely the winner. They are not good for you. They are yummy for you. I would not make these every day. I used to make them too often. I only make them a few times a year now. Reagan makes them a good bit, but I do try to keep them in my house so I can always make them. We're also gonna need 2 eggs. Here we go. So we've got cup of shortening, cup of white sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, 2 eggs, teaspoon of vanilla, which hopefully, I knew that was not going to be opened. Then we're going to mix that all around. You could use your KitchenAid, but I'm just using my handheld mixer. You guys, if you have never made these, they are the best chocolate chip cookies on the planet. They are the only recipe that I would ever tell you to use for these. Trust me, I've tried other ones, and these are hands down the best. You just need the side box, and then you have all of them. Yes, I definitely hope that we make you feel normal when you're cooking. Like I said, if I can do this, you can do this. This is not hard. I just want to encourage moms. Y'all know, a lot of you guys know, my mom didn't have the bandwidth to cook when we were kids, and so it's just really important to me. If I can help regular moms like my mom, who was working full time, and myself, to make dinner on the table easier, like I feel like it's like, I don't know that it's my mission in life, but in a way, it's a big priority to me. So if I help you and encourage you to make dinner, I'm going to be super happy that hopefully it made an impact in your family's life. And my friend Sheree, who writes all the recipe plans, I know that's her mission too. And the team, like the whole team. We really are just over here like trying to figure out how we can cheer you on each day. Okay, so we're going to mix this really good. This is probably one that is better with it. If you have a stand mixer is great for this. I just didn't, mine is in my pantry and I didn't want to dig it out this morning. Just make sure you get all the sides really good. And I'm going to show you how to flash freeze these at the very end. And then I'll flash freeze that quiche as well. Okay. So now we're going to add in a bag of chocolate chips. Super simple. I'm going to probably eat a few as we go. I mean, these, they're so good. My family is so happy when I make these. So yummy. This is probably the only recipe I know by heart, so I never have to look it up because I've just made it a million times. Okay, there we go, y'all. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our parchment paper. Actually, you could do that. Well, here's what you're going to do. If you want to flash freeze these, you're going to put them on a pan like this. Get a cookie scoop. This is a cookie scoop that I got from my mother-in-law. It is the best cookie dough scoop on the planet. You'll put these on your cookie sheet, and I'm just going to do this with one sheet, and then I'll bake the other ones. Put these on your cookie sheet, close together because you're not going to bake them. Stick this in the freezer. Let it freeze till they're rock solid, and then you'll pop them into a plastic bag, and then you can just make a couple cookies whenever you want. You don't have to make a whole batch. You can just make 10 or 20. The recipe, I think, makes around, I want to say it makes 36 cookies, but I could be wrong on that. It might be 36 or 48. It's somewhere between 36 and 48. But you're just going to do this. Pop these sucker in the freezer. Let them freeze totally solid. And then when you put them in a plastic bag, they won't stick. So super, super simple. Phew. Easy recipe you can do as well. I think that's it, guys. Okay, let me show you the real kitchen so you can see, because y'all need to appreciate what this really looks like. When you see it on live and you're like, oh, she has it all together. Well, first of all, if you've watched for a while, you know I'm not together. But I put up the trash can mid-cooking because Summit was trying to get into it. Yeah, the cookie scoop is just, I got it. My mother-in-law had it, so I imagine you could find one at Amazon. But that's what the kitchen really looks like. In case you think this is not a mess. It is a mess. Let me answer any quick questions y'all have about freezer cooking or anything else. Again, Mother's Day is the code. You've got until Sunday to use it. It will save you 25% on any of our menu planning boxes. 5 ingredient is the one that is selling the best right now. It may go out of stock before the end of summer, but we'll get it back. It's on order, but it's selling a lot faster than I expected. So that one's selling quickly. Summer is the one, the second most popular selling one right now. Slow cooker has always been everybody's favorite. I personally use Summer and Low Cal the most, but the Celebration one is one that I just love, so I make that one for sure. Okay, cookie dough scoop from Pampered Chef. It might be from Pampered Chef. You got a cookie scoop like that from Target, so check Target. Pampered Chef is great. Do y'all have this thing from Pampered Chef? This is the only thing I know I have from Pampered Chef. This little guy, it's dirty. Well, no, I think that's just sugar on my hand. This thing scrapes out your pans. I need to see if Amazon sells one. Best thing ever. Cookie dough scoop. Okay, y'all are saying definitely from Target or from Pampered Chef is a cookie dough scoop. It definitely could be that. Let me see if there's any questions. You've never used a mixer for your cookies? You stir by hand? Wait, stop it. Tina Patrick, you stir your cookies by hand? I didn't even know you could do that. Do you have like really strong muscles? I am so impressed. I know I could not do that. That's insane. I love that. Fur Baby needs a treat for being so good. Do you ever feel like someone is watching you? He, bless his heart, he does. He keeps hoping that food will come around here. I know, he's just hoping. He's so ready. You're ready to survive teen. Can you post the printer place again? It's hard to find somewhere to print the PDFs. We will post it for sure on the printer. It has been a really good one. I will tell you, we were looking at yesterday, it is so expensive to print. So if you think you're ever going to print recipe boxes from us, it is cheaper for you to buy them from us printed for you, way cheaper. However, like on something we only have the PDF file, like the, what's that knocking? Something's knocking at my house. I don't know what that is. Anyway, sorry. I was like, I think that's my daughter upstairs. Bless her heart. She's home from college and she has to listen to me do video all morning. Anyways, if you print black and white, it will be way cheaper to print. We will post the information on that. But if you want to print in color, it's expensive. Yesterday, when I saw the cost of printing the work planner in color, I was like, oh, it's pricey, but it's going to be beautiful. Okay. You love your recipes because they're not complicated. I'm so glad. Freezer week 5, that bowl is cute. Where did you get it? I got it from Hobby Lot or Home Goods forever ago. You have all the boxes and they've been you don't use, Judy, you don't use a mixer for cookies either. I am shocked. Now I've made pizza dough by hand, but I've never made cookies out. Y'all stir. I am so impressed. I am so impressed that y'all do that. You flash freeze the cookie dough and make them in the air fryer. Oh, Darlene, did y'all just hear that tip? Flash freeze your cookies and then make them in the air fryer. That sounds amazing. I will have to try that out. Would you ever consider sharing your daily meals, exercise routine, detail you so much? Thank you so much, Tasha. I do talk a little bit. I do faster way to fat loss most of the time. I've not been awesome at it lately. I would just encourage you, if you don't do anything else, if you can do these 2 things, they help. If you can fast 12 hours at least, I try to go till around 10 or 11 in the morning before eating. I will not do that today because I had a hard workout. And then I go to the gym or I walk every morning at 5 a.m. So I just do it every morning. It's not an option. I typically get some exercise on the weekends too. But I would just say exercise and fasting has been like a game changer for me. And I do have a lot of energy, but I think that's partly because I love the work I do. And I just feel really fortunate to get to do that. So I hope that helps a little bit. So yeah, I hope that you're doing something you love each day that you can wake up and be excited about your work. Because I do think that gives me a lot more energy. I talk to a lot of people and I'm like, how come everybody isn't like this? And I think it's just because I like what I get to do each day. So I'm super lucky. Really, really, really fortunate. Beat the sugar and eggs, stir in the rest. Is there a complete list of all the recipes in the boxes they're in? Kathy, I think in the Supper Club Facebook group, there might be someone who's pulled together a complete list of all of them, possibly. We've talked about doing that. We really do need to do that for sure. What time? Everybody wants to know. Okay. Somebody says you just need 2 more boxes to have the whole collection. I love that. What's the difference in flash freezing? Flash freezing, Mitzi, all it does is it makes it so that your cookies are hard so that you won't just have a big lump of cookie dough. You could just put them in a bag and not flash freeze them and then freeze the batter, but you would only be able to take out all the batter. So if you flash freeze them in cookie shapes, then you can only take out 5 or 10, where if you flash freeze just the whole thing, you've got to make all the batter. Does that make sense? That's why I flash freeze mine. Okay, I think that's it. Is there, somebody says yes. Yay. Okay, y'all have an amazing day. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. I am praying a beautiful day for you, and now I got to clean up this mess. Y'all have a good day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye, guys.